This is Kid Natural, and I have a message for you. These are the last days on earth. And if you're not prepared, if you're not spiritually in tuned, well, you're going to have a serious conversation with you and your highest self. You have to go deep within your heart, dig, and ask yourself, what did I do while I was here? If your intentions were to follow your parents' expectations, to follow the social order, to not question, to not help save the world, to play into the system, it's not looking so good for you. However, my AirPod was in the way. If you chose a different path, if you did the shadow work, if you woke up to the truth of who you were and who you are for real, you're safe. The world is ending. I can't stress that enough. And if your intention, again, has not been to figure out who you truly are and to help the planet through your self-discovery, it's time you meditate. It's time you think about purpose. It's time you think about not living from fear. Because think about it. On a soul level, you know who you are. You know what to do. You know that your higher self, your heart is whispering to you every time you do something you don't want to do. And what you do is what? You ignore it. You numb out that voice. You push it away. You dismiss it as stupid, illogical, irrational. The vibration of the earth is quickly increasing. There's a spiritual shift happening where the spiritual world is merging with the physical world. And by 1221, they will be one and the same. And if you are not aligned spiritually, if you have not done your work to raise your vibration, you won't make it. And it's sad because few people are chosen. The Bible is very allegorical, and allegorically and astrologically, it's accurate. So when Jesus says, the first shall be last and the last shall be first, it's true. Or narrow is the gate that leads to heaven, that's true. Not a lot of people will make it. A lot of people don't want to take responsibility for their own shit. Not a lot of people want to do the inner work. Not a lot of people want to figure out their life purpose. Not a lot of people want to be on total responsibility mode because it's easier, right? It's just easier to ignore yourself, your higher self, your purpose. But like a book said that I read last night, most people live like they have 1 foot on the planet and 1 foot up their behind. Like they're not fully here. You think, oh yeah, I'm just human, I have to play it safe, I have to get a job, I have to do this, I have to do that. You don't question anything because you're just like, I'm just human. Other people, the spiritually woke people, the chosen ones, say other things. They say, I'm human. Look how much I can do. This is my responsibility as a human to figure out how I can overcome my fears, how I can deconstruct my ego and follow my truth and follow my heart's purpose so that I can live with authenticity, so I can live in a high vibration where freedom is my birthright, abundance and success is my birthright. To get to that place, you have to do the shadow work. If you've never done shadow work, if you've never healed your inner child, if you've never reparented yourself, you're going to be left behind. The new earth is here. And if you're someone like me, someone who's been on a spiritual path for quite some time, and you know that earth does not resonate with you, like you just don't understand why we do things, you don't understand why our systems are so corrupt, and you always sought to challenge it, and you've never really felt comfortable in a full-time job, it's because you're self-aware. And it's because you're a reporter from the new paradigm, from the new earth, and the new earth is coming. And the best thing you can do is prepare yourself vibrationally so that when on 12/21, when the spiritual world merges with the earthly world, it'll be a smooth transition for you because your body is already in alkaline state. Your mind is already spiritually evolved. Your vibration is already high. Other people, just being real with you, I know it's going to sound crazy, but do your research. Go within yourself. Look up on YouTube. Check out what other YouTubers are saying. And ask yourself, does this resonate? Okay? Other people will burn. Other people will look at the sun and burn. California is burning right now, by the way. And it's only going to get hotter. So, if you are not activated in your crown chakra, if you are not doing the work, if you're not out in nature, and more importantly, if you're not doing the work to be still with your thoughts and to wrestle with those negative thoughts, you're going to have a rude awakening. And it's tough because most people I know personally will not make it. Most people I know have chosen comfort over truth, have chosen fear over love. Narrow is the gate. And so you can have that conversation with your family members if you want, of, hey, this is what's happening. I need to eat vegan. I need to be out in the sun. I need to be out in nature. I need to stop doing all this work and focus on raising my vibration. If you need to have that conversation, you need to have it. I'm going to have that conversation very soon because there's no way I'm going to be stuck in low vibrational energy. No way. No way. And the best way to go about that is to tell them straight up with facts. Hey, I had a dream that Trump was reelected as president, and because of his COVID that he contracted, he will die. If that prophecy comes true, tell him I'm out. Because obviously I'm not crazy. Because who could have predicted that? I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen, though. Trump is going to get reelected. Your vote never mattered. And he's going to die of COVID. And so they're going to push this vaccine on you. And so when the Earth's vibration increases and the spiritual world merges with the physical world, your DNA is locked and you can't activate your highest self. You can't activate your full DNA. Currently, you're only using 5% of your DNA and you're only using a small percentage of your brain. When the spiritual world merges with the physical world, everything will be unlocked and you will have superpowers. For real. But people with the vaccine, no, they're locked. So I know it sounds crazy, and I'm excited to see how this plays out. And that's the number one thing, man. Don't have fear. Fear not, right? What did Jesus say? Like, fear not, I'm with you. Fear not is always in the Bible. Do not worry. Fear not. Fear not. If you are a chosen one, fear not. In the videos to come, we'll talk about how to raise your vibration. We'll talk about events that will lead up to 12/21. Like there will be another lockdown, but national lockdown. There's going to be a food shortage. And we'll talk about personal updates on how I maneuver all this, right? Because currently I am dating someone who I'm supposed to be with in this lifetime, but we are separated by many states. She lives in California. I live on the East Coast. So we're trying to maneuver her coming over here because I told her California's going to burn, babe. And the most important thing is to be with people who are spiritually aligned and who are high vibrational. Why? Because that gives you freedom to be who you really are. And if you can have a mirror for who you really are and you can be around people who remind you of your true self, you're going to be good because that's high vibrational. What isn't high vibrational is limiting your truth, limiting your identity, limiting your individuality. So all this that I'm saying is do what you can to be in a high vibration. But you don't have to count calories, count how many grams of animal meat you're eating, which you really shouldn't be eating. And I should stop eating soon, but you don't have to be so anal about it. Because if you are a chosen one, you know you're meant to be here and nothing's going to happen to you. Nothing's going to happen to me. People say, get a gun. No, I don't need a gun. Nothing's going to happen to me. I'm going to be fine. Right? So what's going to happen is meant to happen. What's meant to happen is going to happen. If you know that you're meant to be here, well, you're going to be here. Okay? So until the next video, stay in high vibration. Do things that align with your highest purpose. And enjoy these last few days. Be with family. Take time to speak your truth. Take time to meditate and wrestle with those thoughts. And we'll talk about why it's important to deal with your shadow self, especially during these crazy times. Why it's the number one thing. And then make sure your body is in an alkaline state. So you're going to eat meat, whatever. But make sure majority of the time you're drinking a lot of water that's high in pH. So put some lemon in it. And then lots of fruits and veggies. Okay. Meat should not comprise the majority of your diet. This is all about matching your frequency with the frequency of the universe. Because if you're not lined up with the frequency of the universe, you're literally going to be left behind. So, with that said, peace, blessings, and I'll talk to you next time. Peace.